Regret. Oxford Dictionary defines this as a sad feeling because of something that has happened or something that you have done or have not done. Hi there, my name is Shinky and this is Shinky JRPGs, where we talk about all sorts of things, and today we are talking about 5 games that I personally regret buying. We all have them. Games we've bought that have given us that feeling of regret. It could be due to fear of missing out, or maybe someone talked up the game and it made you incredibly excited. Or probably the most common reason, it's from a series that you've grown to love. So today, I am going to be talking about 5 games that I have bought that just gave me that exact feeling of regret. But before we start, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out, and let me know in the comments below what games you've purchased that have caused you that overwhelming feeling of regret. Anyways, let's get into the video, so strap yourselves in, grab a drink, and get ready to hear about 5 of my most regretful game purchases. First up, we have Dawn of Mana, released for the PlayStation 2 in 2006. This game was terrible. It was horrible. I didn't grow up playing the Mana series, but I did adore Legend of Mana, which is actually still my favorite Mana title to this day. Due to me loving Legend of Mana, naturally when I saw that there was a new game on Sony's newest console at the time, I was excited. The first thing I noticed when playing it is the controls and camera were awful. The gameplay is incredibly sluggish, and the worst offense? Leveling is temporary. Every chapter, your level drops down to level 1, and you need to level up all over again. The game was just so disappointing, and it felt like a betrayal and a huge waste of money. Since then, I've gone back and played other Mana titles, and I've loved them, but Dawn of Mana will always stick out as one of my biggest gaming regrets. Also, while we're on the topic of Mana, make sure to check out my Visions of Mana trailer review. There should be a card popping up right about now. Next, we have Time and Eternity, released for the PlayStation 3 in 2012. So this one for me was more of a spur-of-the-moment purchase. I took a look at the game and all I saw was anime. I like JRPGs, so why the heck not? The back of the case looked fun, so I took a chance. Take this as a warning, always look up a game before buying it on a whim. The game concept is kind of ridiculous. Basically, your wedding gets infiltrated and ruined by ninja. So you go back in time to prevent it. The game animation made me feel uncomfortable. It's designed to look like an anime, so it seems to run at a lower frame rate as an aesthetic design. It gets points for an attempt at a unique aesthetic, but it just fails horribly. More or less, the game was just boring. Combat is repetitive, the quest system is useless with its pointless rewards, and the story is just so full of sexual innuendos that it overstays its welcome. This is one of those games I wouldn't even suggest you get it on sale. A terrible game with no semblance of enjoyment. If you want an anime-style game, you have better options, like the Persona series perhaps? So number 3 is Cross Edge, released for the PlayStation 3 in 2008. Okay, so Cross Edge was an interesting game to put on this list. Cross Edge was released quite early in the PlayStation 3 lifecycle, so at the time, we didn't have very many JRPGs on the PlayStation 3. But that doesn't give this game an excuse. I was interested in this game. It was a big crossover title, with characters from great hits like Artanelico, Atelier, Shadow Hearts, Disgaea, and even Darkstalkers. Having a bunch of characters from the game series I enjoyed, how could it go wrong? Oh, it definitely went wrong. The combat system was boring and frustrating, as well as the plot being boiled down to amnesia, which just seems like an excuse for a bunch of characters from various series to interact with each other. The character designs didn't coordinate at all either. Some characters are amazingly detailed, and others are just very low pixel sprites. If you're gonna have a crossover, don't just copy and paste character models in. Actually work on the character models so that they look somewhat similar. I didn't realize at the time, but I shouldn't be surprised on the game quality. It was developed by Idea Factory. They seem to aim to be the definition of mid. So disappointing when it had so much potential for a great crossover. At least it isn't Chaos Wars, I guess. Why does this game exist? I loved Saga Frontier 2. It was one of those games that sucked me in immediately. So when I heard that we were getting a new Saga title, naturally I had to pick it up. This game is not garbage. It is the entire landfill. This game does nothing right. The combat is based on a slot system. The exploration is like moving characters around on a board game. And the characters, while not offensive, honestly aren't that greatly designed. And the menus are just tedious to navigate. I will, however, give it one positive. The music is amazing. I absolutely despise when you pick up a game on series loyalty, and then you get so let down. It makes you cautious as the series goes on, which in turn ruins future hype for the games of the series. I've seen Unlimited Saga on so many people's worst RPG of all time lists, and it very well deserves to be on those lists. At least I didn't end up paying full price for this, or else it may have been the biggest regret of the whole list. Anyways, let's get on to the last game on my list. And lastly, we have Lunar Dragon Song. Released in 2005 for the Nintendo DS. Oh, Ubisoft, how dare you stab a knife in my heart? I love Lunar. Lunar 2 Eternal Blue is one of my favorite games of all time to this date. So naturally, when I saw Lunar Dragon Song, I was super excited. I have talked about this game once before in a collaboration video I did with Colin Lack a few weeks ago. Check that out if you have a chance. I will pop up a card in the corner there. But Lunar Dragon Song was an absolute insult to me. I hated this game. It took the premise of Lunar, and pardon my language, but it just shit on it. The combat is so automated. You have to pick between experience or money in battle. You get punished for running outside of battle as it drops your HP almost like a stamina gauge. And worst of all, the worst offense this game has is your profession is a postman. Lunar 1, you were a dragon master. Lunar 2, you were an adventurer. But Lunar Dragon Song, you are a mailman. Yeah, that's exactly what I want in my fantasy RPG. I want to deliver mail. What a load of crap. Like, you work for the post office, you wear sandals, and you attack by kicking people while standing on your head. It's just so unenjoyable and a waste of money. I will commend Lunar Dragon Song for one thing though. It probably has the worst battle system of all time. That's worth some sort of reward, right? Turn-based battle systems are not that hard to get right. Some may be basic, but it's almost as if Lunar Dragon Song aspires to be absolute garbage. What a waste of time. What a waste of money, and I can't believe I bought a DS solely so I could play this crap. I have never been more disappointed in anything in my entire life. So there it is. 5 games that I regret buying. What did you think of my list? Did you regret buying any of these titles? Do you have any games that you regret buying? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and follow me over on Twitch so you can catch me when I'm live. Links will be in the description below. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for popping on by, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful day.